Hi there and welcome to the Let's Play of Eschalon, Book 1. I am Byron. This game actually reminds me a lot of Untitled, because it has a similar concept. You are like thrown into a strange world that you don't understand, and you have to try to make sense of the whole situation while trying to stay alive. And you're on your own, very much like in Ultima Underworld. And yeah, this game really looks intriguing to me. And you can get it for small money on GOG if you want. So let's begin a new adventure. Okay, as you can see, you can pick a name, you can choose between several ugly pictures. You cannot change your gender. You can change your gender in the sequels. There's book 2 and book 3 as well. You can pick several origins, an axiom, and a class. And you have attribute points. You get to spend 15 additional attribute points. You get to pick skills, and you have 20 skill points to distribute. I don't really like those attribute points, so I'm gonna reroll. And I'm actually gonna reroll till I get something nice, so hold on for a second. So, I think this is pretty decent. I have raised endurance to 15, so I have a little more hit points. I have raised intelligence to 15 and perception to 21, and the rest I left as I rolled it. So let's pick an origin. So I think I want a Rifter. Rifters hail from the Great Rift Zone of the Ember South, a geologically active area that has been torn into deep valleys and soaring cliffs. Covered in a thick forest, drifters are of slight build and are seldom seen outside the protection of their woods. They are known to be very magically inclined and claim to have a spiritual connection with the land. They receive a +2 to perception and +1 to wisdom. Perception is important because it increases mana regeneration, which I think is for a mage character very important. Even more important than intelligence. So you can pick an axiom, a belief if you want. I think I'm gonna pick the you have atheistic, druidic, virtuous, nefarious, and agnostic. I'm gonna pick the atheistic because then I am immune to curses. And yeah, it sucks to be cursed. I cannot be healed from a cleric, but then again I can heal myself, and I can't receive a blessing. But well, I can probably deal with that. And you get the usual classes. I'm gonna pick a magic user. So, since we are a magic user, we get the arcane elemental for free. I also want arcane divination. I want light armor. I want cartography. And I want a weapon. Swords. Good. So, now we're gonna raise that. Oh, you cannot raise any skills more than 5 points per character level. Good. That means we put the other one into divination. So I think we're good. There are lots of skills, but some you can pick up during the game. You can also get a new skill at the level up if you want. And you can, find trainers and pay them to train your skill, but that only works till a certain level of the skill. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot something. Oh, I have cartography. I thought I forgot cartography. So for instance, alchemy is nice, but we will get that later in the game. Dodge would also be nice, but I'm a mage. The chances are most enemies will not reach me. Okay, and someone has been complaining that I played a lot of female characters in the last time, and seldom make an appearance myself anymore. So this time, Baron is back. And yeah, the title is generated by the origin, the axiom, and the magic user. Let's get this show on the road. You open your eyes, your head is aching, and you immediately realize you have no idea where you are. The only thing you can remember about last night is the terrible storm, the black of night cut with flashes of lightning. Then you remember something, movement in the darkness, a shadowy presence. Slowly you begin to realize that you have no memory of anything before that storm of last evening. In fact, you have no idea who you even are. It takes much effort before you are able to remember even the most personal information about yourself, your name. For a moment you are relieved to have remembered anything at all, but alas, your relief is short-lived as you look around and assess your situation. You are standing in a strange house in an unknown location, having little more than your name in your possession. And we have 43 hit points and 61 mana points. Hold on for a moment. Okay, now it saves. Very well. So you could also save manually like this. Okay. So luckily we have a chest here with an iron dagger and a sealed note. Okay. Now we're moving faster. Anyway, I wanted to take a look at that note. Baron, you don't know who I am, but I know who you are. I'm sure you are very confused right now, but you must gather yourself quickly. I have hidden a few basic supplies for you. They are out back near the well. Hopefully you'll remember the secret spot. You need to find a man named Maddock in the village of Aridel. He's just a short walk northeast of here. He'll know who you are, and he has been instructed to give you a small package upon your arrival. Be very careful. This land has been befouled and is not safe. If you wish to live, I suggest you stay on the main roads and paths and do not wander. E. The name Maddock means nothing to you, nor does the initial E. If nothing else to go on, perhaps finding this person named Maddock will be your best chance to make sense of this confusion. As you can see, we have a map here. The higher your cartography skill is, the more you will actually see on the map. And if you don't have the cartography skill at all, you don't see nothing on the map. So let's pick up a torch. You step outside the walls of the dilapidated house and breathe deeply. The air is humid, still saturated from last night's rain. Although you do not recognize the area around you, it seems strangely familiar. The ghostly remnants of nearby abandoned buildings look overgrown and unwelcoming. You just stand for a minute and take it in, hoping that something will trigger an avalanche of memories to crash through and make sense of all of this, but nothing comes to you. And we get a few more torches. There's a rope going down the well. Pull it up. You only find a bucket full of smelly water. This place seems increasingly familiar to you. Yes, you have been here before. Somehow you know this area. Yet it is strange, as you become gradually more confident that you recognize your surroundings. You feel as if any remaining memories of your own identity seem to be slipping away ever more. And there's a hollow-out tree stump with a hinged lid. And we get stuff. Yay. So those go in here. Those go in here. That is a scroll of fire darts. Our first spell. We have a few light sandals. Better than nothing, right? And this is our first nice little spell. You need elemental skill of 7 to cast it on level 4, so we will cast it on level 3 then. And as you can see now, I have readied my first spell. And yes, the map is very basic because we only have a skill of 1. But still, it gives us an impression of where we actually are, and that is better than nothing. Here you see encumbrance 51 out of 74 pounds, because I have a strength of 13. That actually was random. I just looked for something that has a high perception, a decent wisdom and intelligence. And then I raised endurance up to 15 and intelligence to 15 and perception as high as I got it. And here we have our first monster. It was a fanged salamander, and it is dead. Do I have my knife equipped? No. Would be useful. I mean, it's only a knife, we're not proficient with this weapon, we're proficient with swords. And I hope that we come across a sword every now and again. This town has clearly suffered a catastrophic event. Some of the buildings are burned out, others appear to have succumbed to neglect after being abandoned. You notice remnants of war lying about, rusted swords, dented shields, and fragmented bones. Dedicated to the riders of Thermore, valiant defenders of the Commonwealth. You could always put a torch in here if you want. I don't want to, but I could. Oh, there's something here. You notice something nearby on the wall. It appears to be a hidden area behind a brick. And we get a small ruby and a small emerald. And we get another salamander here. This time it didn't die. Oh, what do we have here? Graveyard. Kara. Margot Copperwand. I rest now with my husband. Gunther Copperwand. Okay, she lived 3 years longer than he did. Can't read anything on that. Of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. Oh, that was another game. Hey, there's a barrel standing in the woods. Oh. You want something? Then come and get something. What do we get? Charcoal. That's a reagent. Once we have the alchemy skill, we can use it. But now we probably can't, right? Oh, I still can reuse it, but it's probably not gonna amount to anything. So, as you can see, you have a day and night cycle. So, this chest is locked. We can try to bash it open with our bare hands. Then we would take damage, unless I would have increased the unarmed skill, then it would work. Or I can shoot with the fireball at it, the fire dart, but I can also blow up the barrels. And they destroy the chest as well. This appears to be torn from an old tome of alchemy. Would not recommend under any circumstances. However, one would find that equal parts willow sap as a reagent and sulfur as a reactant produces the most effective form of healing elixir. With many years of practice, the talented alchemist can craft elixirs with properties exceeding that of even... And what was that? The rest of the text is lost below the tier on the page. So we have our first, like, recipe. Oh, there's a ring in there. I want that. What does it do? Plus 5 hit points. Okay. Not half bad. Hey. Now you're obscured. It's trying to get away. I will not let it get away. And that's that. Okay. So careful. When you touch the corpse, you get nothing, but you might get diseased. This chest sadly is locked. So this here leads down to some sort of dungeon. And here we have a well that magically heals us. Very nice for a beginner. Oh. Area. Target is obscured. Ow. I ran through that. Not a good idea, really. Oh, hardened leatherhead helmet. Okay. And a stone handbag that I don't really need. But, okay. So I'm as unable to use that as I'm unable to use that. Well, anyway. Sadly, the game doesn't stack stuff like those reagents. I would love if it did that. And we probably should rest now, because we're pretty much out of mana. Up here. Here's nothing. This door is locked. Okay. Let's try and rest. It takes a while. And the higher our perception rate is, the faster our mana will regenerate. So, if you have a lockpicking skill and you have lockpicks, you can try to pick that. There's also a spell that helps you pick those locks, but it takes a while till you actually are able to cast it on a level that is high enough. So that's the good thing about magic, that there are several skills that you can sort of substitute with magic. That reminds me a little about the Underworld as well. This is when you use a torch. I mean, a cheap way of opening those doors is really learning the unarmed spell. It's enough if you just put one skill point in there. But as a mage I don't really need that, and it takes even longer. Unless you are very proficient in unarmed skill. Well, actually unarmed is not a bad skill to have. That makes me think. But then again, against some monsters you need a magical weapon, and I'm pretty sure with unarmed you're boned in that regard. For instance, I've played the game a little bit, not much, maybe like 3 or 4 hours, just to familiarize myself with it a little, and I encountered the poltergeist, and it always saved against my fire dart, and with a magical weapon I was able to hit it, and somebody wants to mess with us. That's cool, I take the experience. Though salamanders really don't have anything against my fire dart at the level 3. And time does not seem to be of essence in this game. It doesn't seem to matter how long I take. And when you see the day-night circle here, but it doesn't seem to actually count the days. At least I hadn't seen it. Maybe in the end, after you've beaten the game, it tells you took like 20 years to complete it or something like that. I don't know. I know that in the sequels you get a score at the end of the game. Maybe it shows you there. So, 42. It still takes a few days to get through the door. You will have to do the same with locked chests. But the door is much more sturdy than this chest, so. And as we level up, I will increase perception, and this mana recharging process will be much faster. In the end, I will have recharged my like over 100 mana points in like 6 hours or something. And this is a really turn-based game. As long as you do not do anything, you do not move, you do not drink a potion, you do not use a spell or anything, the monsters don't do anything either. So if you're playing the game and then you like have to eat like lunch or something, no problem, just leave the computer. Oh. Somebody wants something. Oh. They are not funny. Bloodsuckers. Yeah, and the problem is if they are close to you, the spell has a certain chance of failing, and that depends on your concentration. The higher your concentration, the better your success chance. So I really want to drink something, a few sips from the well. This might happen. The longer you rest, the higher the chances that something creeps up on you. But here in the beginning of the game, it doesn't really throw anything too bad at you. But then again, it can annoy you. Are we done now? But think of it as additional experience. You see, I need 1000 experience points to get to the next level. I have 146. So I'm thankful for every monster that comes across my path and is weak enough for me to kill with ease. We should be able to get through now. Thank you. So, what do we have here? A ring of vigor, an iron mace, a bottle of ale, and 8 gold pieces. That's not really much. And I think, yeah, you've discovered a trap. This thing is trapped. This is not nice. So I take that. Thank you. And that's probably better than the one we have. I'm not using it anyway. Although we could try something, but it will probably... As you can see... damage to the object has to cause the trap to be sprung. That's a good thing. So, well... Okay. Let's rest again. Maybe here? So that was a Bixby's noxious cloud. If we would have tried to open the chest without disarming the trap first, and we can't disarm the trap, it would have poisoned us. But it's not really a biggie at that moment, because we have that healing well just around the corner, and therefore we can just wait out the poison. It will drain our hit points, but when they are drained to a very low level, we just drink from the well and get our hit points back. And then we rest again, and yeah. Not the biggest problem, really. Later it becomes more of a problem, but once I have access to my own healing spell, well, that should be easy then. Thank you. Oh, please, in here. There's a chest that I want to open. As you can see, the chest is not as sturdy as the door was. And we're making progress. And now she blows. And we get an Easter egg and 80 gold pieces. That's not too shabby if you ask me. So from what I've heard, there are 3 Easter eggs in the game. Okay, we need to rest again, don't we? Yes, we do. And once you've collected all 3 of them, you get something nice. But very late. I haven't encountered that in the first 3 hours that or 4 or 5 that I played the game. So, let's map this out. There's nothing else to get here. That doesn't do anything, no. So you can try and open those barrels too if you want. Because, well, it is locked, right? Or it's rather closed. Not really locked, but most of the time these barrels are empty. Oh, this time it was not empty. Fine, I take all of that. And I really wish you would stack that stuff. It is random though. You can save in front of a barrel, open it, and if you don't like what you find, you can reload and open it again. That's a thing and a half. Oh, maybe we should save. Rest. And it's getting dark again. You do not get experience for opening barrels and stuff. You only get experience for killing monsters and doing quest-related stuff. For now, the only quest we have is find Maddock in the village of Aridel. Aridel is located northeast of where you awoke. Yes, it is. So the map is really basic at the moment, but it will get better later. So this is locked. Alrighty, let's rest. Who wants some? You want some. Are you the only one? No, there's another one. Whatever. With my last mana points, I managed to fend them off. But then again, 25 experience, yay. Who doesn't like that? Okay, maybe we can do the rest with our mace. Okay. And we get a wizard's head, a leather jerkin, and a potion of haste. It's not too bad if you ask me. The wizard head looks stupid though. Hold on for a second. So this is what we look like with our helmet. If we would equip the wizard's head instead, I mean it has an armor rating of 1, but it's much lighter actually. We look like that. Rather stupid if you ask me, but then again it is lighter and does the same thing. Oh wait, as the more heavy one, so yeah. I'm gonna take that. I'm not really worried that much about... I was camping here, wasn't I? There should be enough space. Yes. I'm not really worried that much about what I look like. Okay, we just wait for the sun to rise. Okay. And I think we will call it a video here, and we will continue in the next one. So, thanks for watching and see you soon.